Hello everybody and welcome back to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. We're starting the second year of our jerk playthrough where we are going to befriend mainly only an enemy, but then as soon as the heliopause gets here, we're gonna drop everybody but Vase. And an enemy too, I guess, but we are gonna steal her boyfriend, so you know, that part's not very nice of us. Oh well, anyway, what's up, Anemone? Nemi and Nougat are kicking a huge cloud of dust outside the garrison, passing a sports ball back and forth and chasing each other around. Nemi looks up at you as you approach and flails excitedly at you. Yummy, hey, she says, jumping up and down. Look! She bounces the sports ball on her knees. Look at what Nougat and me are practicing. Nemi bounces the sports ball from one knee to the other a few times before launching it up into the air. She crouches, leaps up after it, and spikes it with her head towards Nougat with a yell. The sports ball thuds into Nougat's chest, sending her sprawling into the dirt. For a second you freeze, waiting for the crying to start. Instead, Nougat shrieks and laughs, clutching the ball as Nemi jumps up and down and pumps her fist dramatically. 4 points for the ball not touching the ground after contact, Nemi crows. The crowd goes wild! The Garrison Galaxies win again! Whoa! Nougat cups her hands over her mouth, imitating the roar of a crowd. Rah! That's awesome! I know, right? Nemi beams. She stands up straighter and puts her hands on her hips. I'm gonna be just as good as my big bro someday, and Nougat will too. She rubs the back of her hand across her nose, leaving a smear of dirt. Hey, you should come by the sports ball pitch sometime. I could show you some tricks. Nemi and Nougat look at you expectantly. Of course I will! Yay, great! Nemi says, bouncing on her feet. I can't wait! I'm so excited! Sports ball's my favorite thing on the planet! Her eyes go wide. Maybe even the whole galaxy! Me too! Nougat yells from where she's still lying on the ground. She picks herself up and carefully puts the ball down in front of her, then kicks it to an enemy. Did you see that? Nemi laughs. She kicked the ball with her foot! Nougat's a natural! She's already inventing new ways to play sports ball. Future coach Nougat. Nougat puts her hands on her tiny hips. If you come to practice, you gotta play, she challenges, pointing at you. Nemi says I get to be coach, so it's my rules. You and Nemi both burst out laughing. Nougat is such a little character. Aww. Might as well. You run into Cal and Nemi on the hill beside the garrison at the small construction site. They seem to be throwing logs. There are a bunch of them lying at the bottom of the hill. It's a caber toss, Nemi shouts to you, then grunts with the effort of lifting a 6-meter-long mush tree pole. She throws it like a javelin down the hill and sprints after it. My best record, she shouts, and ties a piece of caution tape to the end of the pole. Your turn next, Cal says, pointing it into a neatly stacked pile of construction poles beside you. From the looks of the nearby construction, they're probably destined to be a new lookout tower someday. Choose an average one. Yabby has made a fine pole selection, Cal narrates in a haughty voice, and has lifted it onto their shoulder. Next they will approach the sprinting line and begin their run, tossing the cable before they reach the throwing line. Lift, run, throw! And 4, 2, 3, 4, 6, 6, 2, 2, 2. There we go. The pole sails down the hill past all the other poles, coming to rest sticking up out of the ground. Wow, you beat my best distance, Nemi says as she jogs back up. Players can't beat each other in mushwood toss, Cal corrects her. They can only beat their own high scores, but you get 3 bonus points if you stick it out of the ground like that. You play for the rest of the afternoon, adding rules and variations as you go. You don't stop until the entire stack of poles are in a jumble at the bottom of the hill and decorated festively with caution tape. It's a wonder you got away with this. Yeah, how did we get away with it? Everybody was just like, they're fine. Oh, it's my birthday! Not since the attack. Not with everything we know is out there now. I'm gonna say the attack was scary. Your dad hugs you close. Don't worry, Tomato Head, he says warmly. We'll keep you safe. No, you didn't. I shot the thing and murdered it nearly myself. Ooh, defense training. Nice. And I've heard stories of kids sneaking outside the walls, she says grimly. If I catch you doing that, I'm going to put a chip in your ear. No, I would never. Never, 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 never. Let's do some defense training. You attend your first session of Security Chief Rhett's self-defense classes. It's a small class, mostly security officers and other adults. You and Nemi are the only kids. She gives you a wink and a cheesy thumbs up as you listen to Rhett rant about how everyone in the colony needs to learn self-defense. You could be walking along thinking you're safe within the walls and a flying animal can swoop out of the sky. Then what would you do? Rhett chops the air with his hand. I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna chop that beast right in the throat. Hi-ya! He points to the assembled class. But only if you learn what I'm about to teach you, and the only way to learn is by doing. Who wants to volunteer for a demonstration? I'm gonna step forward. The security chief doesn't scare you. Oh, so you pretend. Rhett's like the biggest adult you know, and he's so intense. You step forward. Rhett nods as he crouches down. Okay, he says, I'm a manticore, stalking you through the forest. What do? I run away. There's a smattering of laughter among the students, but you have to live your truth. If you see a manticore, you are out. Rhett doesn't laugh. That's correct, he says proudly. Only engage with the enemy when there's no other alternative. No one walks away from a fight without getting hurt, so the first rule of self-defense is to not put yourself in situations where you need to fight. Once you've learned situational awareness, we'll move on to hand-to-hand self-defense, drawing on a variety of martial arts. Only when I'm confident that you're ready will we advance to weapons. There aren't that many weapons in the colony, mostly stun gloves and batons with a few blast rifles. You hope you don't have to use them, but it'll be good to know how. Very true. You find Nemi in the sports ball bleachers, intently focused on her hollow palm. She looks frustrated by whatever is on it. Ditch that, let's play sports ball. Nemi sighs. I can't, she replies. I don't know what to get Calm for his birthday, she grumbles. I have to top last year when I made up a sports ball trophy and gave it to him. She turned off her hollow palm. I'm just running out of ideas, you know? He'd appreciate something from the heart. Yeah, you're probably right, Nemi says. I just don't want to get him a little kid gift, you know? Like how Mom taught us to make stuff with macaroni and glue. The problem is, I'm not good at that stuff, she complains. What's something I could do that's easy but still cool? What about a picture of the two of you? As long as I don't gotta put macaroni on the frame, Nemi replies, laughing. But yeah, that's nice. He'll probably move out of the family quarters soon, and that way he'll already have a picture of us to take with him. She jolts up. Oh, I have the perfect picture too! Thanks, Yappy, this is a great idea! Hey, Squirt, what are you doing up here? You look up to the pitch, where Calm is standing with a sports ball under his arm and an easy smile. Is this knucklehead bothering you? Nemi gasps, then laughs. Calm, she whines. Yappy's my friend, we're just talking. Calm drops the sports ball to the ground and rolls it under his heel. Getting the team together to run some drills. They can come too. Nemi looks at you hopefully. Of course I will. I could use some practice. Nemi cheers and skippers down the bleachers, launching herself into a full-body hug with Calm. You follow her descent more cautiously, listening to her chatter with Calm about her day as they walk across the pitch. She really loves her big brother. Oh, that makes me sad. Oh, it's Valentine's Day. Dang, my save files are really messed up. I couldn't even surprise her by letting her know I know. Hopefully I can fix this. I know who my best friend will be. It's not you, Mars. Don't give me that look. Nemi! Nemi's kicking a sports ball from foot to foot without letting it touch the ground. She fakes like she's going to pass it to you, then kicks it sideways and runs over to catch it before you can get there. Too slow, she giggles. Do you really want to be a BFS with this silly girl? Of course I do. You offer an enemy some soy sweets. She stuffs one in her cheeks, then bumps you with her shoulder so hard you nearly fall over. Sounds cool, she says as you rub your arm. Okay, best friend. Tag, you're it. You're never gonna catch me. Oh, no, wait, I'm it. I'm never gonna catch you. I'm going over here to make Mars mad. Nobody picked her. Why is an enemy so popular all of a sudden? She doesn't even try. All she thinks about is sports ball. Whatever, Mars mutters, tossing her hair. I'm just too mature for kids my age. The older kids get me, even if you don't. Whatever. You and Nemi are watching the soldiers train. Her brother Calm is in the training dojo trying out a stun glove. He leaps back slightly as electricity crackles from his fingertips, then straightens up and splays his fingers experimentally towards a target dummy. A streak of lightning arcs out from his hand, charging a light bulb above the target to show a successful hit. Nemi whistles. Wow, she says. That looks really dangerous. You agree. Dangerous and awesome. But I think it only stuns things, she continues, because it's called a stun glove. Otherwise they would call it a kill glove, I guess. I want to have a stun glove too, she says, copying her brother's motions of splaying her fingers forward like she's casting a magic spell. But my mom, she doesn't like fighting. She doesn't want me to be a soldier, but she lets your brother do it. Yeah, it's not fair, she pouts. Just because he's older? Calm was training with Rhett when he was my age, but my mom, I don't think she likes that. I think because I'm her only daughter, she is hoping I'd be more like Tammy, always helping in the creche. She shudders. I don't want to be no one's mom. You sit and watch Calm light up one target after another with the stun glove, his motions gaining confidence as he learns this new tool. Ah, so that's probably why she has such an issue with her mom in some of the cutscenes I saw in my first run, because she feels like her mom wants her to be something she's not. Bot Wrestling Biathlon! Nemi and Cal join you for the Bot Wrestling Biathlon, so called because Calm has added a hologram obstacle course this year. Competitors will each get a turn to wrestle a hydraulic bot, trying to keep it close for as long as possible. This time, though, all competitors will first have to sprint across the festival grounds, dodging and leaping over obstacles. Each obstacle triggered will subtract from your time. Start the biathlon! 47, we got this. 3, 2, no, 3, 2, 1, and 6, 3, oh no wait, I'll leave you right there, 3, 2, there we go. Wow, look at you go! You do it! You didn't expect the hologram obstacles to move. The last one dances around and gets in your way when you get close, but your reflexes are fast enough to dodge it. Calm hoots and hollers proudly at you when you absolutely destroy the competition. Even Nemi has to begrudgingly accept you beat her fair and square. She shakes her hand and tells you she'll win next year. No, you won't! Not if I have anything to say about it. After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off for a much-needed break. Mars organizes a water fight that takes over the whole colony, even the adults. Aww. Oh, and we got relaxed on the walls. Defense training. Part of defense training is training your body so that it can be ready for any situation. The security chief has you running laps, jumping through tires, climbing walls, and sprinting back and forth. He has this inverted anti-gravity pad that makes your limbs feel super heavy. When you do jumping jacks on them and then do them again in normal gravity, it feels like you could jump straight back up through the wormhole. It's exhausting, but not that different than sports ball training. This is a breeze, working those muscles. This is actually great. Feels good that Rhett actually challenges your body and encourages you to achieve peak condition. I'm just that muscular. It helps that my augmentation is literally super strength. Ooh, new perk! Shop weapons. Weapons! Oh, heck yeah. Let's take a look at these weapons. We've got Blast Cutter, plus 10 combat, plus 20 combat, plus 50 combat, autoplay best hands minus 2 to cards. That one is not that good. I don't want that one. Ah! Not today! Hopefully, your screams from just over the next bluff. Human screams! Toadin! I have to make up for Tammy! You crest the bluff to see Tammy's father, Chief Surveyor Tonin. He's being attacked by something you've never seen before. A four-legged creature with a huge mane of flowers, a mean reptilian face, and 2 wicked claws. What? Is this a manticore? You've heard of fierce creatures like this outside the wall, but you never expected to ever see one up close. What's this one doing so close to the colony? Uncle Tonin is pinned under one of the creature's pointed legs. He struggles to get free, but the manticore keeps dancing around, like it's playing with its food. You can hear it from here, growling and clicking its mandibles. But you snuck out! If you try and help, he's gonna know you snuck out, and your parents are gonna be so mad if they find out you out here. Panic rises in your chest. How could you even help him? It's a deadly manticore! I have to help! Try to distract it. You hide behind a tree and throw a rock at it. It bounces harmlessly off the manticore's flank and clatters to the ground. The manticore is undisturbed, which is more than you can say about yourself. Uncle Tonin shouts in pain. You're running out of time. Attack the monster! I've never done this before. He's always died in my playthroughs. Oh, we've got it. We've got it. I couldn't save Tammy, but I can save Tonin. And just shove everything in here. There we go. You break through the tree line, yelling your battle cry. The Manticore looks up from terrorizing Tonin and decides you could use a bit of terrorizing yourself. It roars a deep, angry sound that you can feel liquefy your guts. With literally nothing on you except a few rocks you could pick up from the clearing, you manage to piss off the ferocious Manticore enough that it decides to go after you instead. Or maybe it thinks it'll pick off the smaller, more tender prey before coming back to the main course. Either way, it leaps off Uncle Tonin and starts towards you. As you're about to engage with in the most one-sided battle of your young life, you hear smell the crackle of ozone in the air and the Manticore howls in pain. Uncle Tonin! He must have distracted the Manticore long enough for him to get his blast rifle. The Manticore turns and flees, and you run over to Uncle Tonin's side. Yabby, he gasps. I don't know why you're out here, but I'm glad to see you. Oh my goodness, I saved him! Together you manage to limp him back to the gates. He'll be fine after an afternoon in the medbed, which is a relief, but you're even more relieved when you don't get in trouble for sneaking out. You don't know what he told your mother, but it was a miracle that you weren't grounded for life. Probably, if they weren't sneaking out, I'd be fucking dead. Whew! Oh! Chief Surveyor Tonin has come to your quarters to personally thank you for saving him from the Manticore. I'm stepping down as Chief Surveyor, Uncle Tonin says. I think it's about time I take up a job inside the colony walls. I wasn't built out for life outside the ship, I think. Oh, so he retires either way. He smiles, looking a little sad. Someone like Utopia has the youthful reflexes to stay safe out there in the jungle. She'll do great out there as a new Chief Surveyor. For that matter, so would you, he continues. I know you weren't supposed to be out there, but I would have died if you weren't. That has to count for something. When Utopia offers you a spot in the expeditions, you should take her up on it. Ah, you'd have done the same. Tonin sighs, looking around like he's not sure what he's going to do now, not even thinking about the rest of his life. With Tammy gone and his career over, you don't even know what to say. Eventually he slaps his thighs and stands up with an awkward chuckle. Well, that's it then. Just wanted to let you know how much I appreciate, everything. You're a knockout kid. Aww. New perk. Ooh, extra card draw. So, he retires either way. Interesting. At least he's alive. But Tammy's not. Damn demon child. Combat training in the dark. You drill on emergency protocols and how to shelter in place in addition to the regular fitness courses. Glow has everyone on edge, waiting for the inevitable attack. I am gonna try and save Hal. It will be technically kind of cheating, but also not at the same time, because I had the option before, but as we know, a certain demon child ruined that for us. And yes, I do have that image in OBS prepared at all moments. It's been a quiet glow, but the grim, surreal darkness of the season reminds you of last year's violence. As the month wears on, you overhear arguments at dinner, adults worrying that an attack is still coming, and adults who think the first one was a fluke. Surveyors mention seeing new tracks in the forest, but are shushed so people don't panic. The gates are closed. You drill emergency procedures, filing soundlessly from the classroom to the creche to hide under tables, waiting for the sirens to call the all clear. You drill and prepare and worry, but nothing happens. Then, just as glow is starting to wane, the toxic purple spill of the wormhole fading as the suns almost rise past the horizon again, the siren starts. You're reading a holo novel in bed when you hear them, followed by the stomp of boots down the hallway outside your quarters. An alert flashes on your holopalm. Shelter in the creche! This is not a drill! You get another message from your dad. Me and Mom are going to stay in the greenhouses. We're safe. Just follow Auntie Annie to the creche and wait for us, okay? Don't worry, we're way more prepared than we were last year. Love you. Stay safe. You could go to the creche where you belong, or you could follow the security guards and see what's happening at the gates. Head for the gates! You sneak out of the living quarters and head towards the gates. You're immediately spotted by Chief Security Rhett, who stops what he's doing to yell at you and gesture angrily. What the hell are you doing here? This is no place for a kid. Get your ass back inside. I will not! Although this is probably not going to even be a thing because I am going to go back and try and save Hal. Let's see. You stick around outside the skirmish at the gates, throwing rocks and yelling at any creature that gets too close. You're not sure if you make a difference, but the good news is, at least you're not injured. When the dust clears, Rhett spots you hiding in the shadows and personally escorts you back to your quarters, where your mom and dad penalize you for disobeying them. When your parents have calmed down, you overhear your parents talking, and Hal is dead. What happened? Alright. Time for time travel. Yes, go to engineering! You don't know what compels you to go to engineering. It's nowhere near the walls, and the corridors are quiet as you approach. You burst into the classroom to find Professor Howell, cornered by a small, chittering thing. It's moving too fast to tell what it is. Every time Hal tries to get around it to flee, it climbs up the walls and keeps jumping at him. He's fending it off with a tablet, but he's getting tired. As you watch, the thing leaps at his throat and tears a chunk out of him. Hal screams in pain and crumples to the ground. You must gasp because the thing turns to you and lunges. Defend yourself! Oh no, is he dead anyways? I thought I could save him. I'm just frantically throwing things in at this point. It's impossible to hit the thing, it's so fast. It's like a smear at the edge of your vision. But what you do manage to do, though, is lure it outside the classroom and get Congruence to slam the door shut. You hear it beating against the door as you run to Hal's side. Congruence guides you through how to hold pressure to Hal's throat to stop the bleeding, but stars, there's blood everywhere. Eventually, the doors open, and Chief Engineer Instance runs in, directing some of the security team to load Hal into a stretcher and take him to the med bay. There's no sign of the creature. She surveys the carnage. "Good work, Yabby," she says grimly. "You might have just saved Hal's life." Her shoulders droop. They must have crawled over the walls. Buggers. You return to your quarters. Your parents are horrified to see you covered in blood, relieved when you say it's not yours, then horrified all over again when you tell them about Professor Hal. Your dad checks his holopalm and tells you they got him to a medbed quickly enough that his injuries should heal in a few weeks. You saved Professor Hal's life! We did it! Too bad Tammy's dead. Start age 12. Alright, well that is where we're going to end it for now after some mild time traveling. Also, I have a question for my viewers. Do you want, because it has always been our dad, every time we've let our dad die, do you think I should try and stop the starvation in this run to save our mom and then let our dad die? We've never gone that way before. I don't want to save both of them until the end of the series, for the golden ending, as they say. So let me know, should we save Mom and let Dad die this time? Also, should I become governor in the golden ending? Somebody mentioned that that makes Mars's ending a little worse. So maybe instead we should go for Explorer, like the first thing we got in our first run. Let me know. But until then, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. Remember to take care of yourselves, use time travel to save your friends, and have a good day.